Hey, my name is Steve Demming, experienced Python developer looking for some freelance gigs. Uh, this is another in my series on software development, and we're going to talk a little today about web automation and web scraping. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm uh, making a little project that is like a stock analyzer. So you basically give it a name, a common name of a company. It'll find the ticker. It'll find a logo for it. It'll find a little description via ChatGTP of the company, and it'll give you some stock performance info, and then it'll give you some sentiment analysis from various social media platforms. That's going to be the long-term goal. But I wanted to start out here. The first thing I implemented was a logo search. So it uses a website called Brands of the World here. It uses a website called Brands of the World. Um, you can take a look at this website. What we're going to do is use web automation to fill in this search box and click the button. So we're going to say, you're going to fill it in with, say, Apple. All right. We're going to search. Okay. And it's going to return all these results for us. And within the results, we're going to take a look at the title of the particular logo that's being returned, and we're going to do it's called a Levenstein comparison, a distance comparison between what you entered at the prompt and then what's actually in the title. So a lot of times here you'll do a logo search and you'll get some title that's or a logo that's popular, but it's not really the logo you associate with that thing, like Pepsi or Apple. But if you do the that distance comparison, you're going to get them. So you get all these things, and then we're going to rank them by how similar they are to what you actually typed in. So that's how we're going to get our logo. Okay, so let's take a look at what the code actually looks like. Okay, that's a different project. So we're going to take a look at the code we got for multi-source sentiment analysis. We're going to go towards the back-end code. It's called Automate. All right, so you can see here we got we're using Beautiful Soup. We're using Fast API for the REST. We're using Playwright for automation. We're using Beautiful Soup to parse the returned data and put it into a format that we can use programmatically. Okay, we're using Pydantic here to set up what's being passed in and passed out of the REST APIs. You can see kind of what's going on here within here. So we start at Playwright. We go to that URL, which is Brands of the World. We search for that edit box, that search box, and we fill it in with that, whatever we passed in via the UI. We'll see the UI in a second. All right. And then we click that, we find the submit button to it, and we click that. All right. And then it's going to return HTML content. And this is going to be your search results. So then we use Beautiful Soup here to parse that and find the stuff we're looking for, the URLs within there. And as you can see, we do that distance. We do that distance with the Levenstein distance calculation between the target and the text that's actually contained for the logo that's being returned. We sort those based on that, and we return that whole bunch of entries back to the UI, and it just takes the first one and uses that as the logo. All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look. Typically, of what I've been doing here, we have a Docker Compose. We got a front end and a back end. So the front end, you can take a look at the slides. The front end's going to be Vue and JavaScript and Node. The back end's going to be Fast API and Beautiful Soup and Playwright. It's going to talk to Brands of the World and do scraping and automation, and it's going to be all put together using Docker Compose. So here we'll Control C out of that. We'll build it. This takes a while to build because Playwright is quite big. So it actually takes a little while to build. Powerful but big. It contains a lot of different like headless browsers. So you could do testing against a Chrome browser type, or Safari or Firefox or Explorer, whichever browser you want to use. You can actually test with it. You can test with a simulation of or a headless or version of that browser. So it's powerful, but it just it's large and it takes a little while to build and load. Yes. So most of the time spent here is building the back end, because of the Playwright. Front end goes pretty smooth because that's just JavaScript. Yeah. And we're going to Docker Compose up. That. All right. Going to come up. We're going to go to our actual website here. It says monitoring and automation, even though I changed that tag. I don't know why, but it does. All right, and we're going to go to it, and we're going to do a logo search here. We can see, and we're going to enter, say, for the heck of it, we're going to enter Pepsi. It's going to search for a logo. All right, it's going to come back with a Pepsi logo. That's looking pretty good. Going to look for an IBM logo, say. Finds IBM. All right, we're going to look for Apple. We find a good Apple logo. That's kind of what you're expecting. That's going to be the logo for Apple. We can do some not so popular ones, like a company I used to work for that I really like called NetApp. Boom, it comes up with a NetApp logo. So it is, it's not doing a REST API or a database lookup or anything like that. This is actually scraping a website for the information, finding it, and using it. So this is going to be part of a larger program, like I said, but I figure I'd demo this little piece and let everybody take a look at it. So thank you very much. Again, I like to go to my closing slide here. Good luck. I hope you find somebody to work with, and I hope you consider me, because I'm really looking for some gigs. Kind of struggling a little finding some. I'll work, for a very reasonable price. I just want some work, right? I want some work to do that's fun. So I'm semi-retired, and I could kind of use a little jolt in that direction. But thank you, everybody. Consider me. If not, find somebody else. Good luck. Best of luck to you and your project. Thank you.